I see posts on Reddit and comments on Discord commonly complaining about their brand new Hall Effect or TMR controllers having extreme amounts of stick drift right out of the box, and wondering how that could be when these joysticks are literally advertised as anti-drift. I want to get into explaining a little bit about why that is, and since the Vader 5 Pro is the hot new controller release, and this doesn't seem to be super common knowledge, I want to also show you how to manually calibrate it. By the way, this method also works for the Apex 5, and as far as I know, all of the more recent Flydigi controllers. A couple of things. Have your controller on a flat, preferably hard surface like a desk, and make sure that you don't have anything magnetic near the controller that can potentially interfere with the magnets in the triggers and joysticks, and mess up the calibration process. Also, make sure that the triggers are set to analog mode and not the digital clicky mode. I also like to set the stick's tension to half and give them both a couple of flicks just to make sure that they're physically centered in the resting position. With your Vader 5 Pro turned on, press and hold select, start, and the D-pad up direction for a few seconds until the LED light strip starts to blink. It's now in calibration mode. Fully press down the triggers at least 2 times each. You don't want to press down hard, just enough to bottom out the triggers, and you don't want to do it too fast. Controlled presses at a moderate speed. After that, fully rotate both of the joysticks right against the edge of their range at least 2 times each. You don't have to be rotating both joysticks at the same time, and the direction that you're rotating them in doesn't matter. And just like with the triggers, you don't need to be pushing hard into the edges of the stick range, and you don't want to rotate very fast. Controlled rotating at a moderate speed. When you're done, press the select, start, and D-pad up combo again, and that'll take you out of calibration mode. That's it. You can verify that you've done the calibration correctly on something like Gamepad Tester. So why calibrate your controller in the first place, especially when it's brand new out of the box? Shouldn't they already be calibrated from the factory? Yes, they are tested and calibrated from the factory, but because Hall Effect and TMR uses magnets to sense and determine the position of the sticks and triggers, during the whole shipping process, depending on where it's coming from, where it's going to, and how long it takes to get there, the controller can go through a whole bunch of processes where those magnets can get interfered with by other magnetic devices that can cause them to become uncalibrated. So if you just received your fancy new controller, plug it in to play your favorite game, and the sticks are uncontrollably drifting or the triggers are behaving weird, 90% of the time, it's just because it needs to be recalibrated. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video helped you out, and if it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks again, and until next time.